with the pledge.
Yes, we do. Oh,
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
okay.
Whew, well, that was fun.
I'm chilly now.
So I guess the first thing we want to go over is just the whole tree. We were out there, and it got moved and everything, so I will talk to the fire chief tonight. I'll send him an email and talk about getting a gator instead of a fire truck, and about we want him...
We don't need to do that. That wouldn't matter now, because
Okay.
if Amanda's gonna be down there, it doesn't matter where the truck
Okay.
goes.
Just
Sorry.
Perfect, just change of location. So for the setup, I guess, for that, I was thinking parking's now probably gonna be up by the church. Do we need to reach out to anyone about that and ask them about using that lot?
Somebody was asking, were you, Lori, getting hold of the church?
Yep.
So we'll just check and make sure they're not there so we can use the lot for parking?
The church, doesn't have any functions going on the 5th, so we're good on that.
How about the 6th?
I didn't ask about the 6th. I will double check on the 6th at 5.
And then I'm thinking, for the setup, where kind of the pavement kind of dips into that little curve, like between the old gym and this new parking lot, that could be like the beginning of where we have people like kind of walk in and where we have our kind of crossed off where you can't park and can't.
Okay, so where will the fire truck park, do you think? Will they park still in the same spot?
At this point, I think what's gonna probably work best is just to have everyone park up here.
And where's the fire
They're
truck?
gonna walk down, we'll have this area where I parked tonight, that area in front, no one park in there.
That'll be
And the
for the
fire
fire
truck
truck?
can come and just pull up, maybe tell the fire department that we're changing the location, but it's not as detrimental that Santa comes, that we have to have it, the size of it this time, because she just changed where she's gonna be. So any place that they can pull up there, we'll have that all blocked off, and we'll have the people behind, say, like the people behind, where the building starts.
Yeah.
And that way,
Because we're gonna
we
have
could
that whole
have.
pavement area now that we're not doing.
Yeah,
That's
and then
right
we'll
there.
set the people up over towards the right, down on the grass area, and we could block off that area so they could walk down, and maybe we could just put the hot chocolate and, the cookies right by the building area, that if they're gonna come walking in that area,
Then maybe we can keep the pots hot?
yeah. So, I did buy 2 big, huge, like, they're like a candy cane thing, that maybe we can do something with, like, having them, like, walk between it and, having it, like, roped off, like, before that, so people are coming in more single file instead of everyone coming together. And then we could have, the tables right by,
There is a tablecloth as well, so there's tablecloth in that bin, the big red one.
does that work? Cool.
So we have, and then if you think we need another one, I could bring one.
Yeah, we can have a big one if you think we need some.
Probably only need one.
You think only one?
Probably
Okay.
not. For hot chocolate and cookies, that's all we're gonna be serving.
Well, okay, so yeah, we do have a tablecloth in there.
Is it big, like a big
Big, I
one?
didn't take it out of the bag, but it looked big. It'll be, it'll fit this
If we do
big one.
that, they could come in, they could get their hot chocolate and everything, and then they could go that way. Would that work?
That works.
All right, we do need to, I have to call and get the porta potty changed, so that's the other thing, where we wanna put the porta potty, maybe not just on this side of the building, so it's not like right in this side of the gym building, to the left of the gym building.
Yeah, I think that works.
Okay,
If it's not.
And maybe set back further,
Yeah.
like down that road.
do you have anything else, Dan?
I just wanted to like make sure that cause with the whole tree thing, I just wanted to make sure we got here, cause I was like, I don't know what's going on now. We have everything that we need, right? Like, I have 6 boxes that I've wrapped for, the cones. How many?
Okay, so how many more boxes do we
I
need?
thought we agreed about like, what, how many did we say we needed?
I would say, maybe do like 20, at least 20 with, if we can.
There's 6, I can see if I can get
There
more.
are bows, there's lots of ribbon in those bins.
Okay, then we can-
So,
Yes, there are.
you don't need, if we don't need them, there's even scotch tape there that we can,
Okay,
Those were designed to go on the back of the chairs. So in here, they were like on the back of the chairs where the
Oh.
chairs were decorated, like every other chair. That's what those bows are for, or were for. I say bring as many boxes as anyone can get. I've got a pile of them I planned on wrapping today. Maybe put a couple, rocks in them to hold them down.
right?
Did you already wrap yours?
I wrapped the 6, but I can,
Yeah, maybe just put a hole in it and stick a couple into there or something instead of unwrapping them. I've got like 8 of them, I think, put aside right now, so,
there's
I think if, as long as we have, I'd say 20 to 25 there, and then we could use the cones if we need more. You know?
And the fire department said that I told them about a dozen extra cones if we needed them. That's what Carol had.
All right.
Well, that's what I
I figured, because we had the ones from the rec, so.
Notebook. Did I lose? Oh. I'm losing my mind, don't mind me, sorry. Dave's bringing the key. A backup plan for Saturday or Sunday. Amanda had said that
And it rained both
it
days.
may rain both days. I don't have a clue.
I mean, at this point, the only thing I can say is a week later would be, because I mean, you don't want to go too far into the season, because I know a lot of towns around the area have already done their tree lighting. I
Are
mean,
we allowed to make that decision, or do we have to get somebody in the town hall to, like,
Well, we have to check the,
could we do Monday? And we just wouldn't have as many people?
the problem is we haven't checked with anyone. I checked with Amanda and Santa as to whether they're available
Yeah.
any extra days, but I haven't checked about any other time. So at this point, I mean,
but
I think
just-
unless it's torrential.
I was gonna say, how bad of a-
Yesterday, if it's drizzling, I say go for it. I don't think we're gonna be out very long.
No, because like you said, people are just gonna get there, we're gonna.
The
Yeah,
only problem is if it's raining, forget the boxes, because they'll just be a mess and we'll just use cones.
right. I don't know what our other options are at this point, other than just saying, unless it's torrential downpours, go for it. I mean, if it was like yesterday, I would say absolutely
I
not.
guess the question is how, like, when do we make that call, at least for Saturday coming up now? And,
I would say by like 3 o'clock Saturday.
And how do we do it? Does it go on Facebook?
It would have to go on Facebook,
and I think, 2, maybe we should check our emails, send out just to see where we feel at, so we can make that decision as a group, and then
Yeah.
at 3 o'clock we'll have it out. Let's check the weather around 2 o'clock, 2:30, talk about it, say where we think it's gonna go, and see what the weather's like then, and then 3 o'clock we can put it out, depending on whether or not, if it's gonna get canceled, not that we don't have to put anything out, obviously, but.
right, yeah, because we gotta make calls if it's canceled. Yeah, I mean, I've seen when we've done sporting events, it was just absolutely horrible in the morning, and then we've canceled too soon, and it turned out to be a beautiful day, and then, other times that we've canceled right at the last minute, so, I mean, if we're planning on being here for 3, it makes sense to cancel by 3 if we think it's gonna be. So, do you want, instead of just doing an email, maybe the
Yeah, we'll
3 of
be
us?
here, yeah.
We just do a.
Yeah, we just
Dan, when you
yeah.
check the stuff on Saturday, the weather on Saturday, you have both of our phone numbers, send us a text and we can say, or call us and we can say yay or nay, would that work?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Carol?
Sure.
Yeah,
So make a decision by 2:30?
yeah, if he checks at 2:30 and then we can make a call by once he's done calling us. So say 3 o'clock, because if we're gonna be here for 3.
Yeah, we wanna,
All right, that'll work, and
and then
that's
if it goes to Sunday, then it's pretty much the same time and everything's 5 o'clock, everything's gonna be the same, I take it?
Well, what did Amanda say? It was supposed to rain Saturday through to Sunday, so chances are it'll be done by Sunday afternoon. So we'll just
Oh,
hope.
I didn't even know it was gonna rain like it did yesterday.
Oh, I knew it was supposed to, I thought it was gonna be worse yesterday, honestly, so.
Oh, I was out last night and just running out of the car and running into the store. I was drenched from head to toe, so, I don't know how, I guess where it's this close, if we can't make it Saturday or Sunday, we would have to table it and say to be announced, we would have to check with everyone.
I think maybe maybe someone, one of us, I know because only one of us should really be getting in touch with Jennifer, maybe we could shoot her an email, check the weather, see what the forecast is, and then say, Jennifer, what if it is pouring Saturday and Sunday? What do we do? And just so we kind of have a heads up, maybe?
I get it, but I also feel like it's not her decision to tell us what to do. That's part of what
Right.
we are as a committee, is to make that decision. And we say, this is what we decided, is this date available?
We would just have to check with the date.
Yeah, I think that's what we'd have to do. I think we know what to do. I think it'd be up to us to say, we would rather do a Monday night. It may not have as many people. If we have to do Monday because we want to get it done, then we'll do Monday and say, Jennifer, are we allowed to do this? And then we have to talk to who we asked and say, or maybe Monday's too soon, say Wednesday night or something like that, and talk to everyone who's involved. And
Right.
if we have to make it a
And everything
smaller
else.
event, but I think that's how we cut down on bothering her so much, is we
Right.
make the decisions, we bring it to her, say, this is what we decided, is this possible?
Well, we would have to, first thing, we would have to check with Santa and Amanda in the fire department to see if they would be. So why don't we pick a day as a third backup, and then I don't mind checking with everyone, because I have to send a couple of emails out. I have to send an email to Santa, and just say, would this date be available if by chance these 2 dates don't work? I know Amanda took Saturday off from work to come, and she had Sunday off already, so, I think she works 6 days a week, so I don't know if it would be,
I mean, I guess the imperative thing, if someone, I don't have my phone because it's dead, to check the weather forecast before we pick a
think-
date.
yeah. I
Someone
think
has a
we're
weather app, we
gonna-
can check that and be like, what day looks like it's gonna be?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't do Mondays, so that would be out.
And then the question is, do you still keep it at 5, or do you hope that some people could only get home at 5:30, so you change it to 6:30? Or is that too late for kids, or whatever, just keep
I
it
would-
at the same time?
I would think, well, I don't think I think Amanda works every Saturday, so I think maybe a rain date to the following, either Saturday or Sunday, whichever they would be available, if you guys were all available.
What's the date for Saturday and Sunday?
Well, it would be the 12th, because the 5th is Saturday, so it'd be the 12th and 13th.
I'd have to double check. I do a bunch of races, so I don't know what.
12th, the 12th or the 13th, Saturday or Sunday. I mean, I think
I think I could be
I think
free.
it's
Well,
gonna
do you
have
guys
to
want to
be-
check, do you, well, want to check the weather, and we can be in touch with one another, and then we could check
I
with
can
the
send
fire
us-
department, you guys could check with the fire department and Amanda
Yeah,
and Santa.
and Santa.
But this is only Tuesday,
Yeah,
so I
I
don't.
mean, weather could change, and sometimes, a lot of times, a lot of people are wrong.
It's always changing, so I don't know if we should really worry about it too much.
No.
And just, like, maybe by Thursday, look at what the weather's gonna be, and then decide.
and then if it's
Yeah,
like today, where it's drizzly out,
Yeah, it's
we
still
go
warm.
for it,
Yeah.
that's still a go,
Right.
but unless if it's like last night, then it's a no, but
right.
if it's just drizzly a little bit, I mean, it is,
So why don't we just correspond on Thursday?
Okay,
And see what
that's
the
fine.
weather is.
okay.
The only other thing I had was I had sent Elias an email on the 20th and he hadn't responded, so I messaged his daughter, who does Rotary with me as well, and she messaged me back yesterday about the details, so I forwarded her the email and she still hasn't gotten back to me. So at this point, I would just assume that he's probably not gonna do it, just to be safe. If he does do it, then that's great, but I'd rather make the assumption he's not doing it because I haven't heard anything back right now.
I think it might be hard to hear the music anyway next to 109 if there's a lot of traffic.
Maybe, maybe not. I mean, I guess the thing is who was the lady who was in our last Zoom meeting? She said she was gonna make a playlist, right? Who is the lady you're trying to get back on the committee? She'd been in the past.
Is she doing the Zoom, is she doing it, the list?
No, she said, yeah, I thought
I
she
didn't
said,
hear what you said.
I thought the last Zoom meeting, or last meeting that.
Abby?
I think so. She said she would make a playlist.
I can ask her.
Or if not, I will make it, but I thought.
Okay.
I thought she
So-
said. That's right.
She dropped off stuff today, but she didn't mention it, so I think she's on her way to work now. I don't know. I can check with her. If not, you want to do it, so I'll shoot you an email?
Yeah.
Do you want to take this home?
Yeah, I can do
This
that.
is the,
Boombox for
he
the,
said it's very strong, very loud, so, if you could take this home, and if you have to make one, we could set it up for, I assume it's battery operated? It charges,
does it?
I believe.
I'll figure it out.
Supposed to get one that charged, so I'm assuming that's what it does.
Well, we will figure it out. It looks like it. There's a lot of stuff.
That probably just charges into, you know, the plugs,
Yeah.
whatever USB plugs.
Is this all that,
I'll call her, what's that?
is this all that came with it? Cause I feel like if it did charge, it would come with a charger.
Does it have a charger? I mean, no, that charger, you just plug it into any, outlet. Oh, maybe I put it in the wrong one, turn it around.
Oh, probably. Oh,
There we
gotcha.
go.
Okay, that makes sense. I was gonna
I just
say.
stuck it in there so it didn't fall off, sorry.
Okay, I was gonna say, this is, okay.
Gotcha. All right, so yeah, I think that just, if you just plug it into, you
Yeah,
bring it
yeah,
home
it's
and then
the charge.
charge it,
Okay,
is what it, I believe. That's how most stuff is coming these days, but I don't have any.
No, I have a couple days to figure it out. We have everything materialized except for you said just for the cookies we didn't get?
Cookies are not here.
Okay, did you get a gluten-free option you said you were looking
Yeah, I
into?
have some at home.
We have that, gave you the candy cans, cocoa paper towels, that was all that we needed, that we didn't order on Amazon, right?
What, the cookies?
The cocoa and paper towels and the candy cans, that was all I had to get rid of.
Right.
And, okay, I think that's really it. I think a lot of it's just gonna be weather and a lot of luck and whatever on the day of. Yeah, I mean, I can't really think of, I guess the only other thing is make sure, cause you bought the ornaments, right? And,
They were $12.
I was gonna say, just make sure if you want to get those receipts into Jen as soon as possible, and same if you've got anything, we want receipts into her, to the treasurer.
I do think that if this is gonna be, our responsibility for next year, we should look to see if we can get some lights at the end of the season, because
Yes.
my husband did fix a bunch of those lights, and we have one more strand at home that he's determined he's gonna fix those too. But he looked them up online, he's like, they're $18, Carol.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
really? But, I mean, they didn't work.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing this year is just, we've had so limited time.
Right,
and-
but I mean, if we have to put that in our budget and that now becomes our thing, then we should put more money in for the budget.
Yeah, agreed,
for that.
and that's something that we'll
And we should think about getting new
we'll have to
lights.
talk about at the end, once this event's over, go over what did and what we'd like to see more, where we could do in the future, and figure out what we want to do next year, kind of
Right,
think about
and
that.
have
and
some
then-
more money.
We'll have to come up with a budget by January for next year.
And it'll be
So
different,
we can put in the budget for next year to bring to the, town, you know, X amount of dollars for the Christmas tree
Right,
lighting,
okay.
so.
Perfect.
I guess also the only other thing is, like, after this event, whether it takes place this weekend or another weekend, I think we should do, I guess thank you cards would be nice, or something to, like, the Stacy Myers for the tree, for the guy who is putting the tree up and the lights, for the photographer, for, like, anyone that's really, because obviously we want to thank them for their help and support. I don't know if we want to say something at the tree lighting event or something, but just, I don't know, if not, at least give them a thank you cards, you know, for helping us, especially this year when, you know, we've been so short in time, and
Right.
hopefully encourage them to want to continue in the future as well with us.
I think that's great.
So last year I did a picture frame for the fire department with, they all had their picture taken with Santa, and I, did a picture frame and brought it up to them with a thank you card, and I did the same for Santa and Mrs. Claus. There was one picture with just Santa and Mrs. Claus, and I did a picture in a frame.
Well, then maybe we should do that picture frame with
That might be nice to have, if we can get a picture of them, then they'll have one like at the fire station every single time. Amanda, she wouldn't be in the pictures, so I don't know what we would do for her, but,
Something.
probably can do.
Yeah, I just think it'd be a nice gesture to do that for them.
How many volunteers do we need for the shindig?
Last year it was,
But last year you had a lot more going on.
yeah,
So, Dan, your mother's
had-
coming and sister?
My mother and my sister are coming. Jenny should be here.
So that would be 5 of us. How many more do we think we need? I mean, not for setup, just for the, because I'll get my husband to come help us set up if we need him, but he won't stay to help otherwise. But do we need some other people while we're here? I don't really feel like we're gonna be doing much except making sure people are at their cones and somebody's
right.
serving
I
hot
mean, I
chocolate.
think, if we can get a couple more people, that's fine, but if we can't,
I can probably get some people.
I'll have, my daughter will be here, my husband will be here during the,
Okay, so we can put
Yeah,
them
so if we
too.
need to, we
yes.
can.
He'll have a 1-year-old running around with him, but,
And where are we putting, how are we giving them their,
Oh.
bag of, their presents? Is Santa going to hand their
well,
presents? or we
Santa
could-
can't hand them out because that's too close. So I was thinking, you know how we're decorating the boxes? Like a box like that, cut off the tops, decorate that with paper and have them in there in, like, in front of wherever we're taking them, in front of the tree.
And then they can
And they
grab one
could
and
take
go?
one as they,
I guess my only concern about that with COVID is like you're having all those people reaching for it. I think we'd probably need someone to hand them out.
then after they take their picture, we could have someone stand there and
Yeah, and we could
hand them
still,
out
we could still decorate the
behind
box and make
Santa.
it
Or
pretty,
could we
but-
have them just laid on a table, like, you know, spread out so they grab them?
Yeah, we could do something like that.
Okay. So do you, so I don't need to wrap that box, then I'll just put them in that box and we'll figure it out when we get here? I mean, that's fair, because if it's raining, we're not gonna want them all out anyway.
If it's raining.
We can figure that out Saturday.
Do we wanna, so we're talking about easy ups. I mean, even if it is windy, depending, I guess, the way the wind blows, we could put them up against the building. So that if it's blowing against the building, it won't topple because we kind of push them against the building. So do we wanna bring an easy up or two just in case the wind is, if it is kind of drizzly or something
I
like
don't
that?
have any.
I mean, I have
I
one,
can-
you have one.
yeah.
I think it'd be a great
Throw them in
idea.
the truck, and if you have,
Throw 'em
I
in
mean,
your
if we
car.
need them, we have
Yeah, we'll
them.
just bring them in that, because if the wind's blowing against the building, then it won't knock them over because we're
Correct.
pushing them against the building. So that would be,
And I'll bring a couple, I'll try to remember to bring a couple of lights, just to have them in my car in case we needed, you know, from walking from the parking lot over or something.
And then the only other question is we're gonna put any more lights up outside?
I think that depends on the weather. I think if the weather is really lousy, we're not doing it.
And the problem is there's like nothing to hang them unless you hang them from the top of the,
where, I guess if we were to put lights
Over
on,
here.
where would we be putting the lights? on?
right, like over here, we did the railings and we did around
There's a couple of lights in there, like there's one of those, like lights that are just plastic with the color inside that we could probably tape onto the front of
Maybe
a
onto the
table or
table, yeah.
something. And there's another one that has little white lights, so we could probably, if we wanted to.
Oh, and I'm gonna say this now, because we didn't know last year. There is 2 strands of white lights that look like icicles.
Oh,
or
they're on the
they-
bottom.
They kind of hang down. Those say Merry Christmas. We put them up Christmas Merry last year.
Oh, that's funny. I just plugged them in and they worked, so they're on the bottom of the
Yeah,
bin.
they work, but we put them up over by the
That's
church.
funny.
And we had them, not knowing it, we were just hanging them during the day, and then right when we went to plug it in, we were standing here, and I looked out, and I was like, oh my goodness, they say Christmas Merry. So just for future reference, for next year, if we use them. I thought that was kind of funny.
Okay, so I think you think that's it?
I think
I
so.
mean, I think that's right. I think now that we got that whole tree figured out, like,
And Dave is bringing water, right?
yeah, he said, yep.
And the
Oh, David got it.
and gloves he's bringing,
Yep.
okay.
Oh, yes, that's what he said, he was bringing the
Okay.
gloves. I was thinking you said the gloves were in the box.
No.
Yep.
Masks in the box.
Masks are in the
yeah.
box.
Masks,
I only got one box of masks.
I
That's
mean,
fine.
we posted on the new flyer, we said
Right.
mask required and a
Right.
socially distanced event, and when I posted on the group, I said, you know, it is, and we can emphasize the date of, we can put another thing, and I can just say, please wear masks. So it's supposed to be if people don't, like an extra, and I'm hoping, and I believe in the town of Acton, that most people will be
wear it,
considerate and be like,
Okay.
bring a mask.
That's just in
Because
case.
that's 50 masks, and I was like, well, I think that's enough.
Yeah, I think that's more than enough, because
Okay.
we'll see how many people show up, and then out of those people, how many won't, I don't think everyone's gonna show up without a mask,
Right.
so. I think we
Okay,
should be all set with that.
okay.
All right, I have no more questions.
No, I think that's good. What time is it?
Cool, I make a motion to adjourn.
I second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and then we'll figure out
Yay.
what time it is. Okay,